Despite the drama surrounding the Green Bay Packers and quarterback Aaron Rodgers, they are still the heavy favorites to win the NFC North. Let's break down this division with SI fantasy and gambling analysts Michael Fabiano and Ben Heisler. And Fabs, I have to imagine that if Aaron Rodgers is not playing this year, the Packers will struggle to win this division. But I want to hear what you think about it.
This division is Green Bay's to win once again, assuming Aaron Rodgers is back, and that's going to be the big storyline here for the rest of the offseason, or at least until we know what his future holds with that franchise. Because if Rodgers is under center, well, this is a team that could win 12, 13 games. They won 13 games this past season, and the schedule is not favorable. They have the fourth hardest schedule, and they've got a really tough stretch. Week 7 to week 10, they've got the football team, the Cardinals, the Chiefs, and then the Seahawks late in the season. So that could end up being pivotal for the Packers. But we're going to assume that Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback in Green Bay. Chicago, did they get better? Well, they did draft Justin Fields. That's an upgrade over Andy Dalton. I don't know that they're going to contend for the division. Did the Vikings get better? Maybe a little bit, but not significantly. So the Vikings are probably a 500 team going into 2021. And then we're not going to talk about the Lions because they stink. Like, they may win 4 games, and that could be a successful season for Detroit and Jared Goff, right? So for me, I've got Green Bay coming in, winning 12 games, assuming Aaron Rodgers is under center, and we may not find that out for the next few weeks or maybe even months.
So Green Bay has won the NFC North 7 of the last 10 seasons, and they are the favorites at minus 155. The Vikings, they're a second favorite, but it's not a close second. They're plus 275. Big disparity there in the NFC North. The DraftKings odds makers don't seem to care about the drama and the controversy surrounding Aaron Rodgers and the Packers front office. Ben, let me go over to you with some win total props that have caught your eye for the upcoming season. Anything that you're willing to risk a few bucks on?
Well, the folks at DraftKings should care, especially if Aaron Rodgers gets dealt. They have a lot of liability right now on the Denver Broncos, who remain the favorite to get Aaron Rodgers should he be traded. And certainly I would expect the Vikings to become a pretty clear-cut favorite in that division. Remember, Mike Zimmer defenses have been pretty good in this division for the last several years. But last year, due to injuries and just a step in the wrong direction, they just didn't play up to their level of success and what we're used to seeing out of them. And the offense certainly had to overcompensate a little bit. Cousins had a decent year. You saw the emergence of Justin Jefferson in that offense, really stepping right in for Stephon Diggs. You still have Adam Thielen. Irv Smith, the tight end that they drafted out of Alabama a couple seasons ago, started to emerge. He's now the number 1 tight end. And you still have Dalvin Cook. Like, the Vikings right now are still a solid team that I think are likely to bounce back on the defensive side of the ball. So I'm looking at their win total right now of 9 wins, and it's heavily juiced to the under, which, again, I don't particularly understand, because especially if Aaron Rodgers ends up leaving the team, and I think he will. I think he does get moved by the time this is all said and done. And Minnesota is sitting on a situation where I think they can contend in that division. I see the defense stepping back, or stepping in the right direction here. I think Kirk Cousins, knowing that he has some more competition, should play better in this offense. Right now, if you're taking the over on the Vikings win total, over 9 is plus 125. To me, that feels like extraordinary value for a Vikings team that is looking to bounce back this season. And especially with everything else at play, I'll go ahead and take the plus value here on Minnesota to have a solid season and go over those 9 wins in a 17-game season.
So we know this division is pretty top heavy. At the bottom, you do have the Detroit Lions. Their over-under is 5 games, their win total. But you can bet on the Lions to go 0-17, and you would get odds of plus 2,800. Maybe that's worth throwing maybe like $5 on. The Texans, by the way, they're another team you can bet on to go to 0-17. They're plus 2,500. So the Lions and the Texans, you have to feel bad for those fans, at least for the 2021 season. But we did break down every NFL division. It's all up on Sports Illustrated. Go check it out from the betting perspective. It's on si.com/gambling.